as we will see what ends up. I talked about this pick earlier. It is actually going to be Jarvan. I don't think this is necessarily the craziest Jarvan angle that I've seen, but this champion does have crazy good early ganks. Literally starting level 2, you have the capability of going for extremely strong ganks. But you are playing into Caitlyn, does actually is a way of getting out of your ultimate, which is always one of the things you look toward. So we'll see. I think T1 definitely taking some liberties again. It's going to be Carry on their support. It's going to be Owner on the GA4. Whereas for Hanwha Life, you look at this draft and you go, well, they don't have engage support, but outside of that, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's another one of these cases where HLE got kind of all of the things on the second rung that they would like to draft put together by HLE. T1, let's see whether they can bring us to 3 games. We jump into the Rift. All right. It is a bit of an arcane matchup as well, which is very, very fun, given the Victor versus Caitlyn situation. And one very cool thing is that Owner is shouting out Cyanide, former Fnatic jungler, just because Smash played with Reckless for so long. You just love to see. The matchup was different, and this time, the KALISTA with the ASHE is looking to be working out quite well. As FAKER, this could be a problematic scenario, as Zeka is in a little bit of trouble, but never mind. Picks up the first blood. Top of the morning to you, says Peanut. As in the meantime, it's a nice handshake back. The Peacemaker as well from Viper able to help out with this trade, but still a lot of control.
That was so clean. As a Carriaz going to be a bit rough. As we take another look here, goes in with the Kingstar result.
Yep, never mind. Peanut, he is on the map yet again. This time Owner is going to turn up, but Smash. Oh, Peanut goes in, flashes out immediately. Not caught under the turret as well, as Owner gets the EQ flash, but doesn't hold him in range of that turret. Another chain going to connect here onto FAKER, who does have the gravity field, but it is still a lot of damage done here by this Silas field. There's too much stuff happening, Chronicle.
Really is, yeah. They're up 1K gold.
Yeah, Cannon getting denied here by Doran, as there's the flash with the counter-strike, as ZEUS looking for more, but decides instead he is happy with that. However, Doran didn't even use his flash. Collector IE, pretty good as far as that 2-item spike. And Delight and Peanut getting to work on these grubs. It looks like we're not going to have Owner actually go for anything here. There's another Counter-Strike, this time with Grandmaster's Might from ZEUS, but this time doesn't have access to his flash. Try and back that one up, and Doran just dashes his way out, as Ambessa is wont to do.
Oh, this gank is really, really important. But look at that. Zeka's there. They can't really go for this until they have confirmation that he's gone.
There are a lot of bases that have been covered here by HLE, and of course, they did see Owner on Vision there at the same time. I'm pretty sure they're not going to come up, clear out the control ward. When becomes Lightning does not take down Carrier or hit him. As Doran once again going to get engaged on. ZEUS looking for another angle, as Doran just constantly having to deal with this Jax being a nuisance. Oh, public execution here onto ZEUS, as Doran seeing whether he can get it done. Does have minions to contend with as well, and ZEUS is just going to say thanks.
I think so, and so did Doran's Peanut.
Oh yeah, when becomes Lightning, Carrier in a bit of trouble, but not going to be dead just yet.
Oh, wow, Carrier with the restraint there, not actually going to use his flash, just uses the Ghost to deny the third auto. But the damage is already done, right? Like, he is low. Peanut might be able to set up the classic Q there on the turret, and there it is.
Yeah, looking for Smash here, and he's trying to dance his way out. Peanut's going to be dead, although the bailout is going to come in. It's just not going to do anything, so Smash is going to be able to lock that one down. Ace in the hole comes in from Viper, but isn't actually going to grab any kills, so a 1-for-1.
That's a great trade. Yes, Peanut's camps are up. He's going to suffer a little bit for this, but you take Smash out of the game again.
Come in. Maybe it's a time for T1 to fight back. The problem is HLE today just look like a completely different team to what we've seen from the last week and a half.
Maybe the first-hand hangover has finally worn off.
Yeah.
You know, all those habits that were ingrained in them.
They took an aspirin. They definitely did. Or maybe some hair of the dog. You never know. Okay, Doran once again going in, but ZEUS is just going to bonk him. Does get the shield. And the flash forward! It's answered! But the answer echoes into nothingness as ZEUS grabs the solo kill on the bottom side.
That one's personal!
He had a bit of a heads up as to what was going to happen there. Not actually able to outplay it and flash early. Wanted to make sure that he wasn't just flashing away without any response.
Oh,
that would have been better.
They're about to get 6 grubs, Atlas. We know what the stats say about that.
No. Are they going to buck the trend? Are they going to make it so that 6 grubs isn't an absolute detriment here in the LCK?
Well,
or worldwide, should I say?
Well, they haven't given up a dragon, which normally is, you know, what I think makes that equation a little iffy.
Yeah, it's the giving up of anything.
That hasn't really transpired yet. No, I'm with you.
Oh dear. Speaking of 1v1s, Faker and ZEUS at it once again as the arrow is going to sail by. In the meantime, another fight as Smash flashes over the wall. And the handshake onto Owner is going to get his flash as well. Peanut, he's over there, he's going in, and Owner is going out. That is the Peacemaker to lock him down. And a pick going over, a second one here for Viper is such a worry here for T1 fans.
Yeah, that expression by Owner really says it all. One of the biggest advantages that T1 have in their matchups against Gen G in particular, we've seen them show this against Hanwha as well, is how crisp their early to mid games are.
Oh, another flash from ZEUS and another solo kill from this Jax. It's hostile takeover to try and get Faker as Peanut. He goes in and the ace in the hole is going to clean up a killing spree for Viper. This time Peanut isn't even going to die, as that volley not nearly enough damage, and HLE are just running over T1 today.
Our expectations were pretty high for this match here after the Giga banger that was T1 versus Gen G. And Atlas, I think that we are going to be denied an entertaining series because this game is like
and the thing
way
is,
more of a blowout.
Yeah, we've also already had HLE versus Gen G. That was in like week 1. So
it's also not great.
Yeah, it wasn't. And now HLE have decided to wake up, and just in time, as we can see, as Carrier is likely in trouble.
They need a turn.
Oh, Faker is
this the one?
Having some issues. This time HLE do have the inside track towards this topside fight, and Faker is very, very dead. So he's the first one to go down. ZEUS grabbing yet another kill for himself. The rest of HLE really just wanting to know who they want to kill next. That is kind of the question. It's a smorgasbord here for these guys, as it's going to be Peanut taking down the Rift Herald. That is going to be the option that they go with.
So T1 got Viper's flash.
Hey, there you go.
That's it, Atlas. That's all.
Well, Owner is now looking to see whether he can get some sort of steal. Carrier is in a little bit of trouble, but there is Fate's Call available here.
A Hail Mary, perhaps?
All right, there's going in. And the fact that he is here is very, very scary. But now, possible skirmish angle as there's the public execution. Gets Doran into that back line as Owner is going to be taken out in a second. But it's traded for ZEUS, and that's a lot of money over to Smash. As a 1-for-1 in that isolated incident. However, Peanut going in, looking for Doran as Viper is going to turn up, layering these autos on top. But he does get himself the shield, gets himself out as now ZEUS fighting against Smash. Smash having a lot of mobility, not hit by the chains is really, really important. Wind becomes lightning, but doesn't become hitting Carrier. And so Rift Herald just going to be thrown into the mid lane. But otherwise, I mean, honestly,
use the tools stolen with Silas to make that work.
Well, this is their engage. It's Peanut go in, and then everything else is layered on top. Faker just caught out in his own jungle. Will just get eradicated.
Yeah, at this point, yep, I feel safe.
Well, so does ZEUS. Carrier does not feel safe, however, is going to be able to ghost and look for a way out. They're still slowing him down as Owner comes in, looks to try and catch the escape there from Viper, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work. Carrier gets out with the Fate's Call. Public execution gets Doran in there as there's a hostile takeover, as it's a battle between Carrier and Smash, and Carrier actually dies to Smash's red buff. Oh, it's a disaster. ZEUS is going to suicide under the turret. Largely looking like a celebration here, though, as in goes Peanut once again. Yep, Smash not going to get another 1v1 with ZEUS, as he is just allowed to live.
Nice.
Yeah, well played.
You, ZEUS.
That was so sad, wasn't it? Watching the ASHE and KALISTA just kill each other.
Well, the Dutch cuisine is not very elevated. You know, it's just potato, sausage, meat.
And honestly, it's delicious, and it probably was delicious anyway.
No, of course it is. But the mustard, you know, unless you're doing a cheese plate, which I feel like is like a whole different thing, you're not bringing out mustard for dessert.
Wait, cheese plate with mustard? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Huh. I think it's something like
that, or like apple syrup.
Yeah,
but like the thick one, you know, not the syrup as in the
like some quince paste, perhaps.
Yeah, but I assume we're talking about the same thing. Like the black gooey apple. Yeah, wonderful.
Well, ZEUS is looking for a little bit of an angle here.
So they get Otacon.
Yep. Well, they haven't yet, but it's not likely to be stolen.
This is not the series I was expecting today.
No, not at all. I thought we were having a 6-game bank.
Really a glass half full kind of guy.
I really am. Not for Keria and his ability to survive. However, he does have a Fate's Call. It is going to keep him alive for now. ZEUS doing that thing where he kills Doran.
Up 2 levels.
As Arrow is going to sail by. Looked majestic in the meantime. As Ona's going to turn up and ZEUS says, hi, buddy. It's good to see you again. Smash able to sidestep. The wind becomes lightning, but I just don't know whether that means anything at all. As, yeah, Faker versus ZEUS here towards ZEKA, towards the bottom side of the map. Chaos Storm comes out. ZEKA says, all right. And he'll leave. This is slow and steady destruction of all of T1's stuff. And HLE look to be able to do it with impunity. 9,000 gold is the advantage. A teleport right into the enemy jungle as HLE stealing away all of the buffs at the same time. This inner, not long for the world, and it's the last one remaining. 6 turrets to 0. As the 6 grub stats are getting decimated.
Keria trying to go back to an old favorite does not end up working out, and I think that this Baron is about to herald the end of this game, Atlas.
Yep, they're trying to keep ZEUS out, but ZEKA will find Doran in the side. Not going to find too much more, though, as now ZEUS may have bitten off more than he could chew. Smash throwing some sticks into him, and I think ZEUS is likely to die. However, gets underneath this turret, and now Ona is the one that's in the wrong position. No more smite for UT1, as now Peanut can freely take down the Baron. ZEKA going to go golden as well, buy some time. Hostile takeover is so good here from Delight, and ZEKA is going to take advantage of it. Smash will be taken down as well, as ZEUS just bonks him with a lamppost. And Keria, that is not your turret, buddy. That is a clean ace, as well as the Baron over to HLE.
HLE with a statement series here, Atlas.
My God.
Yeah, we didn't look that good the last week and a half. Yeah, Gen G 2-0 does.
And this is the main thing that's the most terrifying out of HLE, is the fact that they can look like anything on one day and then just do this. It matters not. The momentum and all of that stuff.
Yeah, we can talk about the draft. We can talk about all the other external.
Do we have to?
Well, that's my point, right? But the reality is, it's just the gameplay. Night and day.
Oh, nice flash there from Faker. Does not matter, as in the 1v2, ZEKA is absolutely going to kill everyone. The dash over, and doesn't even need the chains to land. The double kill does come in. Back-to-back solos here from ZEKA, as Keria is in trouble. That is going to be Peanut locking that one down. Was that 1v3 sort of thing? I mean, the wallets are so heavy, it's absurd. As Doran goes in and then he goes out. Fire the Death Chamber as ZEUS spinning around, twirling the lamppost as these Nexus turrets are going to fall one after the other. ZEUS not even going to die to the fountain here as Viper looks for the Peacemaker, does not connect it, as the hostile takeover is going to annoy Smash momentarily. Peanut thrown in because the Fate's Call was stolen away, and HLE